Yeah, that's very interesting, Rick. You're quite right there. I couldn't agree more. So there's really a lot to learn, and you get to realize that you when you compare your role and what happens in the environment, and even what you've just mentioned, looking at other business functions like HR and sort of comparing that to the international standards, what is being practiced locally, then you get to realize that we've got a lot of work to do. There's a lot of catching
Yeah.
up, and sometimes you ask yourself if um, is it being done deliberately or we just negligent or not informed as far as leadership is concerned. Yeah, yes,
And yeah,
Rebecca.
but I think
Mm,
it's sometimes we learn about all of these things in literature and in books, etc. And that's what we would aspire to be. Trust
mm,
me, in practical, it's never what we get to be. Because even in my current role, when I moved to Woolworths, they were for me what a world-class supply chain function would be and should be. And I thought that every challenge that I experienced, in my public sector days would be resolved, and I would have fantastic processes in place, smooth, a well-run, smooth procurement function that is respected by the entire business, etc., etc. And then you get into an actual business, and it is very different, across each of the businesses that I've been in. It is world
mm,
class because of the fantastic product they may have, not necessarily the internal processes. So let's not confuse ourselves about what we
yeah,
learn and what we actually have to apply in the business world. Very different. Sometimes it is what works operationally. People adjust and make changes to what's out there to just make it work and make it easy. And I'm not saying it's always right, because there's a lot of flaws in our business as well. And when I talk our business, it's the Woolworths business. But we try and improve every day and try to be better. So yeah, sometimes you may find things that are totally unrelatable, and sometimes it's unrelatable because it is SIPs based in the UK, especially the labor part of it. You need to bring it back into the South African context, etc. So you've got to do the additional reading if need be to link it up. But it's always it's good to know what's out there. It's good to also relate to what your practical experience is, but it's, as we say, what we aspire to be in theory, but doesn't happen always.